External Communication. Hello, and welcome to all of our guests from the Society for New Americans. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to meet with us today. Over the next 5 to 10 minutes, I will present you with our goals for making this partnership a success. We are honored to be assisting these clients with bicycles and resources that will make access to jobs and education easier. As we understand that we will also be meeting and interacting with individuals from all over the world, from different cultural and ethnic backgrounds, and there may be barriers in communication as a result. I assure you that Spokes of Hope is prepared to meet these challenges and have been trained on several cultural concepts that will be observed in order to provide a high level of service to these individuals. The foundation of this training program is to teach that understanding the cultures, beliefs, and behavioral etiquettes of various societies is vital in our success of this endeavor. This cultural competence will be introduced into our company's value system and will provide a safe and welcoming atmosphere to the communities that we serve. We have done extensive research and have found that the National Center for Cultural Competence advises that we learn about and acknowledge the needs, values, beliefs, and behaviors of each cultural community. Through this understanding, we have implemented procedures, practices, mannerisms, and behaviors that will match the needs of individuals that are being served. Our Public Relations Department and the Training Department is grateful that your organization has agreed to provide us with information about the cultures that will be assisted. They have already started to develop leaflets that provide more information about specific cultural norms. As we begin this endeavor, we understand that poor communication can create roadblocks in any project. Proper communication between cultures is tricky, but it's extremely vital that we ensure that we are properly communicating with clients and making sure we are meeting their needs. Many communities have very strict social norms about acceptable forms of communication. Cultural relativism can vary greatly across societies. Properly communicating in a manner that is respectful to the clients that are being assisted is vital in establishing positive relations. We have studied the possible cultural impacts on communication. We came across an article called Introduction to Society that encourages us to remember that when assisting clients, various gestures, signs, symbols, body language, jargon, and colloquialisms that are acceptable in the United States may be seen as offensive outside this country. Also, using figurative language and regional expressions or sayings may not always translate well to someone who does not speak English as a first language and can cause confusion. Finally, unfamiliar accents may be a factor in communication. Our team has been well trained on how to handle unfamiliar cultural cues. We came across an article called Nonverbal Behavior in Cultural Interactions that reminds us that it is important to anticipate our clients will show us the type of communications that are acceptable for them. When presented with unfamiliar verbal cues and gestures, it is important to follow the lead of the clients and mirror their interactions. It is also important to remember that as a representative of our organization, it is important that we be willing to modify our behavior to meet the client's needs, rather than expecting them to adjust their behaviors to meet our needs. Finally, we have learned that when conversing with clients, it is important to speak at a slow, steady pace. This will ensure that clients can absorb the information that we are providing. In addition, intentionally allowing for silence during a conversation will invite the client to ask questions and will allow us to become more active listeners. We have taught our employees the importance of putting ourselves in our client's shoes. Most of us have not relocated to a new country before, but we have all felt some kind of culture shock in our lives. For example, look at how age can affect communication. Most of us have had to assist older family members in how to use computers or cell phones. Most millennials were taught these technologies in schools, while their grandparents may never have had to use computers on a regular basis. All of us have had to assess the type of language and tone that we use when trying to explain a computer program to someone who is technologically illiterate. We learn to talk more slowly, watch their facial and body expressions for signs of confusion, and we avoid the use of acronyms. Using these same types of accommodations with our clients can help foster positive communications. Our most important obligation to our clients is ensuring their safety. Of course, we are excited to meet them and set them up for success, but the neighborhoods that they are residing in may pose a risk to them. While immigrating to a new country can have many positive implications, it can for many be a difficult choice as the move takes people out of their familiar settings and removes them from family and friends. Forming multicultural relationships in an American setting can be difficult. The article, Why Can't We Be Friends? Multicultural Attitudes and Friendships with International Students, explains some of the difficulties that our clients may face. It is important that we keep in mind that our clients may be moving into areas known for ethnocentrism. The inability or unwillingness to understand foreign cultures may result in racial tensions, leaving our clients vulnerable to the subjects of violence, crime, and harassment. The ability to be open-minded to cultural differences will increase the likelihood of a successful relationship being formed. Through the process of acknowledging and accepting cultural differences, it becomes easier to realize the cultural universals that are shared throughout societies. Cultural apprehension among communities is common and is frequently the result of uninformed bias and stereotyping. As we and our clients continue to expose ourselves to different cultures, this apprehension will decrease. Finally, we feel that there are multiple benefits of cross-cultural communications. As global markets converge, cross-cultural interactions are becoming part of the everyday experience of many professionals. The article, Building Effective Business Communications Across Cultures, states that part of the benefit of cross-cultural relationships are the ability to network with people that may not have otherwise have access to. Investing in these relationships will make negotiations and partnerships become more successful. Also, mentorships may develop through the use of well-established partnerships, which can greatly influence the success of a junior partner or firm. Finally, cohesiveness develops within a team as senior project managers note the strengths and weaknesses of each employee and pair up complementary personality types in order to facilitate a more successful team. Thank you again for your time. The partnership with the Society for New Americans is an exciting way for us to continue to meet the needs of individuals and families in our community. By branching out and being able to assist in various cultures, we not only strengthen our brand, but we strengthen ourselves. Implementing the concepts noted above will be the foundation of ensuring we meet the needs of our clients in order to get them the resources they need to be successful. This opportunity is the beginning of what our organizations can do to change the lives of people forever. Thank you.